It's Friday and we've got some fact sheets. Well, we've got an announcement trailer. And we're back again with a teaser trailer. So the hype, the anticipation, and let's face it, some very similar mods on PC and on console, all bit branded as Lizard. We've now finally got Mercedes in the game as a brand. Oh, very nice indeed. And to be fair, these are all looking good. You can go into the individual sections, tractors, trucks, backs, whatever, but come down to your mods and DLCs. It's going to show you everything that comes in this pack. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is the MB-trac 700-900. Now this starts off with a 65 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 35 grand price tag. You can then change the configuration, so it comes as standard. You've also got a forestry version, which has got a scoop on the front and a blade on the back and 2 winches as well. And if you do go for that, obviously you have the option to change the colour of all that as well, but it takes away the old 3-point on the front because obviously it's got a scoop there instead, so you go for whichever one you want. You then got the option to go for the 700, which is a 65 horsepower engine, the 800, which is 75 horsepower engine, and the 900 or the turbo 900, which is the 85 horsepower version. Obviously going for the turbo one every day of the week. Then got wheel brands. You've got Trelleborg, Continental, Vredestein, Michelin, Mitas, and then Trelleborg again. And in those, you've got some mediums, you've got some wides. Always go for the wides. Fills the arches out a little bit better. And it's got rear narrow twins. Not twins all round, just twins on the back. And you've got your rear standard twins as well. So, yeah, if you're a fan of twins all round, you can be a little bit disappointed, but all right, fair enough. Attachment point. So it comes as standard with a 3-point when you come into the shop, or you can have it without. So that's entirely up to you. And then you've got your main colour, which is going to be that one or that one. If you haven't got the unlimited colour mod on. Obviously, if you've got that on, I'd imagine there's going to be a few more options. As the baby of the pack, obviously it's the, let's face it, it's the smallest one, smallest engine output as well. But it's got a nice startup sound. A little bit of a splutter bursting into life. Not bad at all. Not bad, I must admit. Now, obviously, it's horsepower limited. We'll say that. Obviously, you know, small piece of equipment, small farming shenanigans. This would fit in nicely if you want to go down that route. But it's looking good. I mean, older style, definitely. But I think all the MB-tracs are the older style ones. I mean, I've even gone for the 900 on this one, and it's still only, what's it? Not 85 horsepower. But that is looking all right. There is no animations, so it is what it is. But the detail on it, we got the pipes at the front. Yeah, fair enough. We'll then move on to the MB-trac 1000. So it starts off with a 100 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 50 grand price tag. Again, standard version, no. It comes with a 3-point as you come into the shop, so we'll take that off. So that's your standard version. So 100 horsepower for the Trac 1000, then go for the 1100, which is going to be 110 horsepower, and back to the 1000 again. You've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, Nokian, Mitas, BKT, then back to Trelleborg again. And you got the same, basically the same options: medium, wides, narrow narrows. What's it now? I said narrow tyres, there are, that's better. Rear narrow twins, and then your rear twins before. Right, no problem. So I've got a feeling this is probably going to be the same on all of them. Now, twins on the back and not anywhere else. But okay, fair enough. Attachment point, you got your 3-point or you got your standard. Now, I think most people are going to go for the 3-point. Just means it's a little bit more versatile when you're out in the field. And then again, colour options, like the previous one. You can have the green or the, what's it, Silber Stoll? However you pronounce that. That's going to be that one. Now this one, obviously, it's a similar sort of footprint to the other one, similar sort of size, but it's got a smoother startup. Just seems to start up a little bit, like maybe they've maybe Mercedes changed the startup injectors or anything like that. But pretty much the same. Oh, as the previous one. You know, you got your 110 horsepower at the top end, so you might be able to do a little bit bigger machinery. But I still think it's probably limited to small to medium farm shenanigans. Like even side by side, yeah, we'll get out. I mean, it looks a touch taller, maybe. Definitely, obviously, getting bigger as we go through, but alright, fair enough. Well, next up is the 1100 1500. This is going to start off with a 110 horsepower engine, 24-mile-an-hour top speed, and a 55 grand price tag. Again, if you don't go for the optional 3 points. I think most people probably will, but alright, fair enough. So the 1100 is going to have a 110 horsepower engine, as you can well imagine. The 1300 is going to have 125 horsepower, and then the 1500 is going to have 150 horsepower. Then go for your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Raderstein, BKT, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again on the tyres. But to be fair, I mean, it is the same thing. You got your rear twins on the back, just that. I would definitely go with the wide tyres. They fill it out. I mean, they're spilling out the back arches. That just looks ace. Oh, I do like that. Now, we do have the option on this particular one of maze grid. Yes or no? All right, putting a little bit of a different grill on it. You've got the beacon light options. You've got none. Design 1, which is left. Design 2, which is right. 3 is both of them. And then no is nothing. Attached on the front, you've got your standard or your 3-point, which, let's face it, most people are going to go for. You can also have a 50 kilogram front weight, a 200 kilogram, 300, 400, and then back to your standard. Yeah, go with the 3-point. Much better. And then we come to this. The back loader attacher. Round the back like that. There we are. Stoll or nothing. Oh, indeed. This is definitely an interesting one. And it's going to be this that it actually attaches to the Stoll Robust 30 HDPM 110 horsepower requirement from the vehicle. So if you're going for the base version of this, the 1100, 1500, I'll probably go for a higher power version, mind you. But, you know, it is what it is. And this is going to cost you 3.5 grand. So once you get it out in the open, I mean, look at it. The wide tyres, definitely. I mean, and on the startup as well, definitely a smoother startup. Just seems easy into life, not a problem. And obviously, if you are going for the backloader, we'll call it backloader. I mean, it's going on the back anyway. Dear, oh dear. We'll come around like that, and then you get the option to. Oh, I didn't drive that very straight. Attach it like that. Jobs are good. Now, there is an option there. LB and RB together, and A, change direction. Because obviously, you want to be going in the right way. If you have got the old back loader on, you will need to put some sort of front loader attachment on your back loader. Yeah, the controls are as you would imagine, so there's no problem on that. But this one as well, the only one with a flappy exhaust. Now, I do like a flapper on the exhaust. That is all right indeed. Fair enough. To be fair, this whole thing, go for the wides. I always say go for the wides. They just fill the arches out a bit better. And this is no exception. I mean, just look at it. Oh, that age, you know, just drive forward like that. When you get to your work site, whatever you're doing, LB and RB and A, spin your seat around, and you can actually be doing some correct driving. What you did just turns it into like a little front loader on the back. Oh, fair enough. And then we come to the biggest of the MB-tracs, the 1300, 1800 Turbo. Because obviously everything's better with a turbo. 125 horsepower engine that starts off with 24-mile-an-hour top speed and a 70 grand price tag. Because this one is charging you 5 grand extra for 3 points. There you are, that's your standard version. So 1300 Turbo is 125 horsepower. Then you've got 1400, which is 136 horsepower. 1600 is 156, and the 1800 intercooler is 180 horsepower. All right, I mean, we're still on the low end of modern stuff. Let's just say that, you know, there's a lot of high horsepower requirements, so Definitely small to medium on all the MB-tracs, to be fair, let's face it. You then got your options, your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Radestein, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again. And like the previous ones, you've got your mediums, you got your wides, which looks awesome. Look at it. And they're just poking out the side of the mud flaps, wheel arches, whatever you want to call it. And again, you got your narrows, you got your rear twins on the back, no twins all round. So if you're looking for all twins, you might be a little bit disappointed, but the old wides are looking great. Beacon light again, so design one is on the left, then you got on the right, and you got both, you got nothing. Your front attacher, so you got your 3-point, you got your 50 kilo front weight, 200 kilo, 300, 400, and then back to nothing. And again, this one has got the option as well for the old backloader that we've just seen. So Stoll or nothing. Now, it will be the only one that it works with is the one in the pack. So you're not going to be able to use a standard front loader on these. So if you want to use that, obviously, you're going to have to use the one that comes in a pack. But all right, fair enough. You then got your main colour, which is going to be this one. So that's the Mercedes Benz Trucks green. You then got the, what is it, the silver Stoll, and then black and silver. All right, let's have a look at that. Oh, actually, I don't know that bad. Don't know that bad. Oh, that's not the one I've gone for, but okay, fair enough. Now, like the previous ones, you know, nice start-up. Yeah, very smooth. I mean, I've gone for the rear twins on this one, so you can have a little look at them. I mean, they are wide, obviously, twin wheels. So you will need to be a little bit careful going through some narrow gates, but like the previous ones, still on the small end of the old farm sim scale. So you will need to be a little bit careful of what stuff you're using it with, but still looking good. And then we come to the Unimog. So the first one we got is the Unimog U 1800. Starts off with a 180 horsepower engine, 55 mile an hour top speed, and it's got a 2,200 litre capacity on the back. Because obviously, got a little bit of a grain trailer sort of thing going on. Now, it's going to cost you 70.5 grand to buy if you don't go for a couple of different options. So we have got the agricultural platform. So if you want to get rid of that, yeah, I probably would advise against it in a minute, because obviously they've made this, and by all accounts, what they've said is this is ready for modders to make attachments to go on the back of it. So there isn't currently anything, as of recording this video, that is going to fit on the back. So maybe that's a 5 grand must at the minute. You then got your engine setup. So 1800 is the 180 horsepower. You then got the 2100, which is 214 horsepower. The 2400, which is 240 horsepower. And then back to the 1800. You then got your wheel brands: Michelin, Trelleborg, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Radestein, Nokian, Allianz, which is obviously a new brand to the game. Although, to be fair, I did see a mod out yesterday that had Allianz tyres on it. A little bit early on that one, but okay, fair enough. Then back to your Michelin again. Then have your beacon light. So like previously seen on the other tractors, we've got design one, which is left, right, both, and then nothing. You got your 3-point hitch on the back. So it doesn't come with one as standard. You've got your trailer hitch, that's fine, but you can put one on, which then makes it basically a tractor. Let's face it, you can use all sorts of things on the back of that. That is all right. Then got your sidewalls, yes or no. So you can have it as a flatbed, or you can have it as the sidewall version. If you've got the sidewalls, obviously it's got a capacity. If it's got the flatbed, it's just a bale trailer, let's face it. You then got your main colour, which is going to be any one of those. I mean, I haven't got the unlimited colour mod on, so we're good to go on the old Unimog. That's looking all right. You then got your rim colour, which is going to be any one of those. Now, obviously this is the older style out of the two Unimogs, but you got your 3-point on the front, you got your 3-point on the back. This is definitely a utilitarian. I just crashed into a vehicle. Out there. Should have watched where I'm going. This is definitely a utilitarian vehicle. You know, an all-in-one. You can take grain away to a sow point. Not a lot of it, mind you, but you can. You can take stuff out into the field. You can get a mower set up on the go if you really wanted to. Oh, this is a great addition. I mean, you've even got your beacon light. That is looking all right indeed, I must admit. I mean, there is openable flaps on the back, so L, B, and Y. You're going to do the back one. Then do RB, and you got tip side back. So if you press down, it's going to go tip side left. So that's then obviously going to open up the left hand one. Actually, that's being said, if we go unload here, oh, it does. Tips out to the left like that. So if we then change that to tip side right, then unload, oh, it tips it to the right. And then obviously if you change it to tip side back again, opens it up at the back. Oh, fair enough. I think this is going to be definitely on quite a few people's farms in the next couple of days. That's ace. Then we come on to the newer model of the old Unimog. And to be fair, looking back at the last one, the a lot more expensive version, we'll call it that anyway. So we got the Unimog U 527535. Starts off with 272 horsepower engine, 55 mile an hour top speed, and a 2,500 litre capacity on the back. Now, that back itself, yeah, we're going to, we got a couple of options here. So you got your agricultural platform, you then got your standard version. Still the same capacity, 2,500 litres. From what I can see, it doesn't make much difference other than that you can paint it. That's 37.5 grand, unless I'm completely missing something. That seems like a lot of money to be spending on a paint job, but all right, fair enough. You then got your open frame version, obviously, when the mods start coming out for that one, and then back to the original. You got your engine set up to 272 as standard. You then got your 299 horsepower. You then got 354, and then back to your 272. You got your wheel brands, you got your Michelin, Trelleborg, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, Allianz, and then back to Michelin there, because you've got Continentals. Although the Continentals, putting some wides in, they're looking all right. What about Michelin? No, got no options on Michelins. So is it only the Continentals that gives you extras? Looks like it is. You can have standard. No, that just looks wrong. Go for the wides. I'd imagine that's probably why the rest are all wides, because the standard ones just don't look right. That looks like a golf cart, to be fair. All right, carry on. Then you got your safety frames. You got yes or no. So I can be putting a little bit of extra protection around you. Warning signs, yes or no. So that's going to be putting those on the front there. All right, okay. You then got your front bumpers. You can have it plastic or painted. So you go for plastic. It's £100 cheaper. Fuel tanks. It comes with a 200 litre, or you can have a 300 litre tank on that. Got a 3-point hitch on the front, yes or no. Go with yes, always. Sidewalls on the back, it's got yes or no, turns it into a flatbed. Then got your main colour, which is going to be, yeah, we'll go with that. Do you know what? I'm quite liking the old greys. There we are. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. So if you don't go for the agricultural platform, so that's going to, well, the standard version is going to stay the standard one. So, entirely up to you on that one, because you might want to match it all up. So if you go for something, I don't know, let's go for something ridiculous. Go for pink. It's still going to have the grey back on it. So entirely up to you. But that being said, this is looking all right. I mean, we got the standard one out over there, and we'll pull up next to it, because as far as I can see, there is no difference apart from the colour. So just save yourself 37 grand, because it's not really worth it. I mean, actually, look at that. You got the little cab suspension movement on there. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. And then as you get going, you got your same sort of things as the previous Unimog. You got your open the flap job. You got your unload, which is going to change if you tip left, tip right, that sort of thing. And obviously, you got the beacons already built in, which is not bad. Well, to be fair, I have got the old forestry frame on, so it's probably part of that anyway. This is looking, I mean, don't get me wrong, this one looks better than the other Unimog. I will say that. But a 200 odd grand extra, is it worth it? I mean, time will tell once you get using it, mind you. That's a lot of change to be dropping on a new one over the old one. With this one, it's the first look we're going to get at a new feature that's come out with this DLC. It's the old reversing cameras. We'll see a bit more on the lorries coming up in a minute, but see there, just where your rear view mirror is, you can actually reverse. So I've got a trailer behind. I've got a liquids trailer, and you can just back it in. Back in like that. There you are. It attaches up, and then away you go. Oh, that is awesome. Just having just be able to reverse. You know, you could potentially spin it round, and well, maybe not that way. The seat's a bit big to look behind. but you could potentially just back up. You don't need to come out of the cabs. If you like the in-cab view, back it up like that. There you are, boom, attached, and away you go. That is ace. Now, before we carry on with the vehicles, we've got this, which is a little bit of a random thing. The bumper, 250 kilo weight. It's a strange weight. We'll call it that anyway. It's going to cost you 500. But obviously, this is primarily designed to go onto your 3 points there like that. There we are. So attach it on like that, and it gives you a little bit more protection. So if you do nudge into something, you're not going to hit your hydraulics or anything like that. You know, like a normal bumper would be on a car. So like here, your standard bumper, that's sort of like all protecting the stuff behind it. So this is doing the same for your 3 point. Yeah, you can put it on the front, put it on the back. Job's a good one. It's just, alright. It is what it is. I mean, we'll spin it back round. We'll whack it on the back as well. Because obviously I think, oh no, we can't whack it on the back. I haven't got the 3 point on this one. Let's just see if it is just the 3 point that it goes on to. Yeah, it just is the 3 point, so fair enough on that. When you want to give yourself a little bit of extra protection, if you're one of those sort of people that just tends to crash into things, sometimes everyone does it, and I do it a lot to be fair, but give yourself some extra protection so you're not damaging all your stuff. And we then move on to the trucks, obviously very well known in Europe, the old Mercedes Benz trucks. And we got the Arocs. Starts off with 326 horsepower engine, 55 mile an hour top speed, and 113 grand price tag if you don't go for some optional extras. So let's get it back to your standard one, which is basically everything painted. So that's yeah, that doesn't look right. There's a lot of plastic on the go there. No, I don't like it. We'll get rid of that in a minute. So 326 horsepower engine is your starting engine horsepower. You then got a 428 horsepower version, a 510 horsepower, and then a 530, and then 625, and then back to the 326. Now, all the speeds don't change, because obviously the lorries are limited at 55 mile an hour, but all right, fair enough. You do have the option of 4x4. Yeah, because this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. You can have it as a 6x6, or triple axle, or your 4x4. I mean, the 6x6, that's ace. I like that. Sun shield, yes or no on there. Horns, yes or no. Let me put them on the roof. Then got front guards, that's going to be around the headlights. So we've got yes. We then got a painted version, and then back to no. Then you got your front bumper, so you can have it as plastic or you can have it as painted, the same as the body colour. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Then you got your front grille, plastic or painted. To be fair, the grille doesn't look that bad in plastic, gives it a little bit of a different definition. All right, okay. Mirrors, plastic or painted. You then got your beacon lights, so we've got no. We've got design 1, design 2, which is right, design 3, which is going to be both, and then nothing. Then come down and got our main colour. So you go for that. Obviously, it's going to be doing everything. So if you've gone for the painted versions of any of the plastics, it's going to be the same as the main colour. And then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be the rims. Now, it is interesting that it's six-wheel drive if you've got the triple axle one, which means that putting a load up the road, it's going to be all right. You know, if you've got a heavy trailer full of stuff, you know, it's like you're not going to be hampered by a little bit of an incline. That sometimes, you know, some trailers, well, it's a tractor trailer, isn't it? Tractor unit potentially would struggle, but okay, fair enough. I mean, the inside's looking all right. We got nice little dashboard on the go, digital. Yeah, all right, fair enough. We then move on to the Arocs and TECTRUM RS26. Now, this is going to be the same sort of thing as the previous lorry, but it's got a hook lift on the back. That's the old TECTRUM RS26. Now, this has got a 326 horsepower engine, 55 mile an hour top speed. It's going to have the same engines as the previous version. It's going to cost you 152.5 grand. Again, if you don't go for all the painted options. So we'll take that off. So there's a front guard we can get rid of. There you are, and the sun shield. So that's your base version. So like the previous one, it does not look good with all that plastic. And like the previous one, obviously we've got the engine horsepower. So 326, then you've got 428, and 455, 510, 530, 625, and then back to the base version. Sun shield on the top, yes. Horns on the top, yes. Front guard, Yes, obviously around the headlights. You've got your front bumper plastic or painted. Then you've got your grille plastic or painted. To be fair, I'm going to leave it as plastic. I think that looks better actually. Then you've got your mirrors plastic or painted. Your beacon lights, which are going to be left, right, both, and then nothing. And then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour, like the previous version. And then your rim colour, again, like the previous version. That being said, yes, go for the grille. Leave that as plastic. That is looking right. Really sets it out. Different from the main body. Now, obviously, this is a hook lift, so we're going to have some hook lift options. So we have got this one here, the old Sirch Halfpipe, 14,800 litre capacity, 7.5 grand to buy, and obviously, it's a trailer to store your crops in. Fair enough. The only option is going to be your main colour, which you could do that. You could potentially match it up with a vehicle, make it all the same, entirely up to you. And if you didn't want to go for one like that, well, we actually got this one, which I think's ace. This is really good. The old Sirch UNI-Box, 39,500 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 9 grand. Again, same colour options as before, so make it whichever one you want. And we're going to come back to this one in a minute. You also come down and we've got a couple of different versions. We've got the old AGRO-Box. So this is going to be a 39,500 litre capacity. You do have the option of decals, yes or no, down the side. Then the main colour, again, any one of those. That's going to cost you 12 grand if you don't go for the decals. And then the final one we're going to have for the old hook lift is the push-off container. Now, this is slightly different than the other containers. Is obviously, rather than tipping up and letting gravity do its thing, that front part is going to move back to push the stuff out. As the name suggests, it pushes all the stuff off. Fair enough. 30,000 litre capacity and a 25 grand price tag if you don't go for some warning stickers down the sides. You have the option of white ones, you then got yellow ones, and then nothing again. Now, we've gone for the old Actros. What's it? Arocs. That's the one. Actros is coming up in a minute. And I've gone for the old box because this is ace. I do like this. So if you come to the box, right, come around the back to the doors. There we are. You have the option, enter it. No, we don't want to enter vehicle. They are open flap. Press Y. Opens it up. Can we get this Unimog in there actually? Because that would be ace if we could. Might be a little bit too wide. It's gonna be close. Let's give it a go. Is it close? No, it's not happening. Alright, what about one of those smaller MB-tracs? Right, this has got the potential to fit in because obviously it's a little bit narrower than the old Unimog. So if this goes in, we are laughing. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Oh yeah, it does. Ah, look at that. Straight in. Well, I say straight in. We're in. Right, now we can get out. And obviously, we can shut the doors behind us. Like that. LB and Y. Close the flap. Job's a good one. Now, this will act like a standard grain tank trailer, whatever you want to call it. So, if you want to load some stuff in, then great. You do that. Or you can open up the doors and load vehicles in. Entirely up to you. So, once you've got your stuff loaded in, you then do LB and A, lower the arms. It's going to go through its thing like that. Yeah, it's going to unhook. Well, it's going to fold out. We've got this little thing on the end. There. Just like a little animation as you attach to it. So we're back on. Let's see if we can see it. There we are. So we've got the attacher option. That didn't really seem to do anything, mind you, for me. Oh, there you are. It does move down. Oh, maybe I haven't got it in the right place. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit more. There you are. So once you actually get it there, rather than waiting for the trigger and it just like pops it into place, if you actually get it in the right place, it then puts a little, well, it does a little animation. And at the top bit on the hook, you back it in like that. There you are. It's a bit for that's it. You slow it down, ready to go. So you just press A. It's all attached. Then LB and no. Oh, we can open up the doors here. LB and Y with it attached. There you are, that's alright. We can do LB and A, load the container. There we are. Loading the whole container, even with that MB-trac in the back. And we can go sell it or something like that. Oh, fair enough. Now, once you have got it on the top like that, it's all lined up very nice. It made me thinking, do you know what? That container is overhanging quite a bit. I mean, it has got a trailer hitch on its back as well, so that's alright. But what you can do is RB and right stick, left and right, is going to be extending that bumper. So now, it's pretty much where, well, I'd say it's still overhanging a little bit, but it's a lot better than it was previously. Oh, there we go. And there we are. No, wow, I can't. It's because the MB-trac's in the back. Yes, I think it is. Camera's having a little bit of a moment, but that says you can then pick up your tractor that's had a problem in the field, maybe even like run out of fuel, that sort of thing, and then take it to be fixed. Oh, that's ace. We then come to the Actros versions. Well, I say versions, that's the name of the truck anyway. The Actros L plus TECTRUM RS21, 326 horsepower engine, 55 mile an hour top speed, and 144.5 grand price tag. Again, if you don't go for some optional extras. We still got £1,000. Okay, what are they charging us £1,000 for? Rim colour is £1,000. We'll go for black, that's 500. What about white? There you are. Oh, no. Now, I mean, sometimes white wheels do work on some things, but not on this. That doesn't look right at all, but okay. You then got your configurations. You can have it as a standard version. You then got your Edition 3. Actually, the white wheels might work with that one. It's a little bit of silver, but then obviously it does take away some of the options as well. You're probably getting them as part of a pack, so all right, fair enough. Then you got your Extent Plus. You then got your Pro Cabin. All right, that looks a little bit more aerodynamic, we'll call it that. I mean, it's even got like cameras on the where the door mirrors should be. All right, fair enough. And then back to the standard version, because that's the one we've gone for. You got your 326 horsepower engine, 428, pretty much the same as the Arocs. Then you got your 510, 625, then back to 326. Your aero parts, yes or no? So if you don't go for one of these special editions, you can take them off if you want to. Grille design, it's going to be chrome or standard. Going to do those bits. Your horns, yes or no on the roof. Then you've got your Mercedes Benz Star. So the one in the middle, that can be illuminated if you want it to. So that'll shine up at night. You then got your main colour. If you haven't gone for one of the options, we've got light blue. All right, does that bit. Design colour. Joe, we'll match it up. Actually, that looks all right. You got the grille colour. Do we go with something ridiculous? There we are. That's going to do your grille. And then your rim colour, as we've seen before, is obviously going to be your rims. Now, just like the previous version, this is going to be one to use with the old hook lift, which is all right indeed. Now, if you have gone for some sort of, I'd say some sort of special edition, actually, all of these seem to have the old door mirrors that are cameras. Look, and they even work. So we have got, right, if we go outside, we've got the old Heizotruck next to us on the left-hand side. There it is. It's right in the mirror. Oh, that's ace. And then we've got the old standard Actros L that side. And it's actually working in the mirror. That is awesome. Oh, I do like that. I mean, obviously from the outside, they're more aerodynamic. So better fuel economy when you're going down the road than standard mirrors. But that's ace. I mean, it's only going to be a matter of time before modders put these into their mods as well, but that is awesome. You just back up, you see where the trucks come in, you spin it around that way. Oh, that is, I would do like that. That is a great addition. So like the previous Arocs, we'll carry on. Well, like the previous Arocs, you got the same sort of thing. You do your unfold LB&A. It's going to be putting the arm out like that. Then once you get the old thing, the arm in place, you're going to back it up like you normally would do. Whoa, that was a bit of spirited reversing. And like the previous one, you should get that little flappy down bit. If you get it in the right place, there we are. The animation on it just locks it down like that, and you need to attach it, and then lower it up. Well, low container, LB&A. It's going to pull it on, and away you go. And like the previous version, you've also got the bumper that folds out. I like that. I like these trucks. These are right. I mean, those cameras, they're awesome. Look, if we come around here, we're going to spin it around, and we're going to reverse it next to that Unimog there. We're going to get really close as well. There we are, like that, in the camera. Look how close we are. Look at my window. There we are. Wow, that's That is very close. I'm not going to get out that door there. Look how close we are. That's ace. Those cameras are brilliant. Next up is the Heizomat Heizotruck V2. It's going to have 530 horsepower, 55 mile an hour top speed, and a 275 gram price tag if you don't go for some of the optional extras. Now, this is definitely an off-road truck. We'll get rid of everything extra. There you are. So that's your standard version. And like the previous ones, it don't look that great, I must admit. It needs to be all the same, let's face it. You do have the option. So your sun shield on the top, yes. Front guard, yes. Around the headlights. You then got your front bumpers. You've got plastic, painted design number 1, painted design number 2, and then back to your plastic. So design 1 is the front bit, design 2 is front and side bits. You then got your front grille, so plastic or painted. Again, I don't know. I can go with the plastic on the grille. It's looking all right. Warning signs, yes or no. Is going to be putting them there. And your rim colour, I suppose it's going to be no, leave it as the green. Actually, the green matches well with it. Now, obviously, this has got the old 5th wheel on the top. That's awesome. But what it has actually got at the back is the trailer hitch with a PTO. Yeah, we can now do stuff that requires some not normal things that a lorry would normally use. So we have got the old Hardy sprayer on the back. So you could potentially go and spray a field with this. And it's got the PTO, so you could anything that needs a trailer hitch and a PTO, basically. If it needs a 3-point, no, it's not going to work. So baling, that sort of thing. Any trailed cedar potentially you might be able to use. As you can see, I've got the sprayer here. Out in the field, an off-road truck. And obviously it's got top speed of 55 mile an hour. Oh, why not? Now, this may not have a rear view camera like the previous one, the old Actros. It has actually, well, on the standard, the side mirrors anyway. It has got a rear view mirror here. So if we see behind, there's me sprayer. Then we've got it in the mirror just there. So we can just, in the mirror, in the screen, we can just back up like that, into place. Ease it in. And then once you get there we are, job done, hook it up, and away we go. Oh, this little extra of having the cameras, whether it's the side ones, whether it's like the reversing camera on this one, it's just going to make doing in-cab stuff so much easier. That is ace. And the last piece of this DLC is going to be the Mercedes Benz Actros L. So we've seen the Actros L with the old TECTRUM hook lift on the back. This is going to be the standard lorry type. We'll call it that anyway, what you'd normally see going down the road. It's going to have a 326 horsepower engine to start with, a 124.5 gram price tag to start with, and a 55 mile an hour top speed. You can then add some special editions. We'll call it that anyway. You can have the Edition 3. That's looking all right. Then you've got the Extent Plus. And then we got the Pro Cabin. I think this just looks ace. I mean, the Pro Cabin just looks like something out of the future. I must admit, that does look good. Now, if you don't go for that one, you have got the option for aero parts. Obviously, some of them have less options than before. So obviously, just pick the one you want to go for. So you've got your engine setups of 326 horsepower engine, 428, 510, 625, and then back to 326. It's the same engine output as the original Actros with the old TECTRUM. Then you've got the 4x2, then get a 6x4 or 4x2. So either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. So it's the back axles that's going to be doing the driving for you. Aero parts, if you go for this one, you can have your design 2, nothing, design 1, which puts the side bit on. All right, what's design 2 do? Not a lot. Just something around the back. So design 1, design 2. I mean, it's flickering. I mean, it doesn't seem to be changing much. I mean, maybe it's just a different version. All right, okay, fair enough. Then you got your grille. So you got your standard or your chrome versions. Then you got your horns, yes or no on the top. Then you got your Mercedes Benz Star illuminated or not. Then you got your main color. We'll go for grey. Why not? It's going to be doing the top bit. Your design color is going to be doing the bottom bit. Your grille color is obviously going to be the grille, and then your rim color is obviously going to be the rims. Now, this looks awesome. Look at it. Look at the state of it. Oh, that's ace. That does look good, I must admit. I mean, it's like the whole, yeah, moving with the time, futuristic style. That is looking alright to me. You got the whole daytime running lights there. And again, like the previous ones, you got the mirrors. Those mirrors are something gaze. It looks really good inside, nice and clean. Oh, fair enough. And then obviously you got your old fifth wheel on the back, as you can well imagine, from your normal lorry shenanigans. And mirrors, they're just, hey, look, we'll try this side. We're gonna back right in. This is probably where I crashed, mind you, but we're gonna back. Oh, I've took this a proper bad angle. Oh no, that's too close. I think it is. And I've crashed. Dear, oh dear. Maybe I'm not the best truck driver in the world, but you can just, ooh, that was very sprightly. You can just see how close you can get with the mirrors. I mean, maybe not take it at such a tight angle, but look how close we are. That's awesome. And the light as well in the middle. Zoom right in. So turn the engine off, goes off, turn it on. Oh, that's ace. Oh, this whole pack is ace, to be fair. I mean, obviously Mercedes Benz, especially with the MB-tracs, they've been like a firm favourite for years. And I know PC have had them, and we've had Lizard versions on console as well. And the Unimog, obviously that's world renowned for being tough, reliable vehicles. And obviously the Mercedes Benz trucks, the lorries, seen everywhere in Europe. But this one on the end, I think this just looks awesome. This is a great DLC.